Get right to it. We begin with the ongoing weather impact alert after hours of heavy rain. Clouds still fill the skies across the area, while a flood threat also continues for the next couple of days. From the current conditions to the preps for a potential tropical storm, our team is covering it all.
Yeah, we want to get right to Kim Castro, tracking the storms now and later. Kim.
Yeah, the abundant moisture has all been streaming in from the tropics, and now we've got the potential of seeing the first named storm. This is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, giving that possibility by tomorrow afternoon. So today through the overnight hours, we're still going to see this disorganized low right up along the upper Texas coastline. Then by tomorrow afternoon, potentially becoming a low-grade tropical storm. Remember, that starts at 39 miles an hour. They're only forecasting this to get up to 40 miles an hour before it scoots up and pushes into Louisiana as a remnant low. Now, because it is coming close to our coastline, the National Hurricane Center has placed Freeport, Jamaica Beach, Galveston, and Winnie under a tropical storm watch. There is a potential for some storm surge impacts 1 to 3 feet, so some localized coastal flooding for low-lying areas, for structures that are along the immediate coastline, Brazoria, Galveston, and Chambers. Those are the areas that are going to see the most immediate impacts. Now, notice wind speeds are going to kick up tomorrow as well as that system tracks closer. Whether it becomes organized or not, we're looking at winds at 30 miles an hour in Galveston by 4:30 in the morning. As we continue through the afternoon, wind stays pretty steady, at least at around 25 to 30, and then that continues to push up to Louisiana by Thursday. Most of the impacts here should be all said and done. So it's really today and tomorrow that we've got to track this increased moisture pushing into Texas. So here's a wide view as to what's going on right now. Still looking at some water receding. We had plenty of it this afternoon for northern Harris County into southern Montgomery. So that includes Oak Ridge North, the Woodlands, Tomball. This area is under a flood warning until 5:15. So careful on your commute home. If you do take the North Freeway, if you come up to 90 Cypress into Hempstead, you got to watch some of the roads. They may still have some standing water. Luckily, we're seeing some breaks from the shower activity there right now. Where's the rain setting up for this afternoon? So I'm tracking some downpours near Hobby Airport and pushing down the Gulf Freeway. Most of the moisture is going to ride up along the coast, and so that is an area that we continue to monitor through tomorrow. That's the highest likelihood of where we're going to see the potential for flash flooding. Notice it's an elevated level 3 threat. This is a 1 to 4 scale. The closer you are to the coastline, the further you go from it, the threat diminishes. Now, this isn't to say we're not going to see some heavy downpours here in Houston. We still have that potential. I'll be back to walk you through future track when I see you back here for the extended forecast, guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Kim. Right now, a brief break from the rain, but earlier this afternoon, driving along the North Freeway was dicey as the water started to rise.
Jason Miles, he joins us live now along the Grand Parkway in Spring-Stubner. He's been on the road all day long, but he's finally taking a break. Jason, go ahead, give us an idea how things changed over the last few hours.
Oh, things are perfect on many of the roadways right now. Certainly not the case earlier today. Right now, this is one of those remaining trouble spots Kim kind of referred to. This is Spring-Stubner at 99, the Grand Parkway, so Klein-ish, Tomball-ish area. You see some cars making it through this flooded roadway, and I can tell you it's much deeper closer to where I'm standing. That inside lane, or the lane closest to the median over there, is fairly passable, as you can see. Even some lower profile vehicles taking their time. You shouldn't stop, though, because that's when a stall could happen. I've seen many drivers, though, come up to this and turn around, and that's the advice we generally give. Turn around, don't drown is the saying. In this case, turn around, don't mess up your car. Now, you did mention earlier we were over in the Woodlands area, parts of the feeder road along I-45 at 242, completely impassable for most vehicles. Some emergency crews finally came out and closed down some of those roadways and had a warning sign saying high water ahead. I think most of that has receded since then, but again, one of the trouble spots remaining right now here at Spring-Stubner and 99. And this may also be kind of a drainage issue because some of the ditches aren't draining exactly maybe as they should. We've even seen a vortex or a whirlpool over here where some of the culverts are. So this water trying its best to evacuate, but still creating a little bit of an issue for some drivers. Reporting live from the Tomball area, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News. Yeah,
Jason, you're also in the splash zones there, so be careful with those trucks passing by at a high rate of speed. Hey, we want to get back to the potential tropical cyclone in the Gulf. Galveston on high alert after downpours earlier today.
Amanda Henderson, she's live on the island with the preparations happening there. Amanda.
So, Mia, I just want to make a mention real fast that the rain has held off most parts of today, but in the last 15 minutes, it decided it wanted to join in on the live shot action. And that is something Galveston is keeping a very close eye on, specifically their emergency management team. The reason for that, they've already had about 1.5 inches of rain, and they're expecting up to 7 additional inches of rain tomorrow morning. And I'm going to be honest with you, the clouds and the waves, they really paint the picture that the storm is sitting on the horizon and waiting to roll right in across the Gulf, including Galveston. Now, the city's emergency management coordinator, Laura Norman, says their public works crews are already clearing roads and drains.
We try to make sure that we have resources available if we do have some high water areas, but we are, again, very resilient. We're very grateful for the preparedness culture that we've developed here within the city of Galveston.
Norman says they are currently expecting the high tide to happen just before or right around 9:30 tomorrow morning. So that's usually when people are mostly on the roads. She's encouraging people that if they don't have to be on roads to keep an eye on which roads they could travel if they absolutely have to. Again, the rain is starting to come down here. We expect more overnight, but for now, they're going to keep a very close eye on it. In Galveston, I'm Amanda Henderson, KHOU 11 News.
Keeping an eye on it. That's all we can do for now. Amanda Henderson, thank you. And here in Houston, it is all hands on deck as flood threats loom over the city.
Troy Kless just got an update from city leaders. Troy, the city prepared?
Yep, the mayor says that the city is prepared. Both Mayor John Whitmire and the city's Office of Emergency Management Director saying that they will not be complacent when it comes to monitoring the forecast. They say that they are not expecting those impacts that could be felt along the shoreline, such as Galveston, but they are going to remain vigilant. So Mayor John Whitmire and other city officials, including the Houston Police Chief, Houston Fire Chief, and Director of Public Works, held a news conference earlier this afternoon. Now, outlining some of those preparations, which include the city converting 10 of their dump trucks into high water rescue vehicles. However, they are hoping that they won't have to put them to use. The Houston Police Chief says that, that they are trying to go through standing water can put you and first responders at risk. The Houston Fire Department estimates that there were about 2 water rescues on Monday. Take a listen to the warning from first responders.
If you don't have to work, try to stay home. If you get in a position where you see high water, it's very hard to adjust. You may think you can pass it in your car and you'll get stuck. And then that puts our first responders, our police and fire apparatuses in a very difficult situation. Because
Houston Public Works also shared a warning that Houston roads are designed to hold water, but it will eventually go down. And officials are urging people to continue monitoring the forecast. The city's OEM director says that they could make adjustments if there is a change in the forecast, which is why they're asking people to monitor it closely. Reporting live at City Hall, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
The city also saying they're ready. Troy, thank you. Folks, be sure to stay up to date on the latest changes to the forecast with the KHOU 11 app. Just use your phone to scan the QR code right there on your screen to download it for free.